old guy in Colorado. Doodah. Old guy is here making some Christmas cookies, and I have homages to this is old guy Christmas cookies, and we're going to start with the dough rich roll cookies. And there is a pretty basic recipe online, but it's 2 sticks of butter or a cup, half a pound, whichever you prefer. Okay, and 2/3 cup of sugar, and I've just got to cream them together. I'm going to let that cream together for about 10 minutes, and then we'll add some more junk to it. So the mixer has been rocking for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to shut that down. You can see it's kind of white and fluffy. To this I'm going to add an egg, and before I forget, the recipe does call for half a teaspoon of salt, but if you happen to be using salted butter like I am, you can omit the salt. Okay, so an egg, and I'm also going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. Alright, I'm going to get that mixed in, and then we'll do the flour, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, got 2.5 cups of flour here, and I always sift out my cookie flour. Just real quick, my mom's sifter, by the way. Alright, and so I'm going to start this real slow, and I'm just going to add a little bit. Let it sit for a second. More. Mix in a little bit. Add in the rest. Okay. You don't want to over mix it. Wait till it comes together. Scrape down the sides. Okay. Let it mix for just a second. Make sure it's well incorporated, and then shut it off, and I'm going to show you what I do with it next. So now let's make this rich roll cookie into Christmas cookies. This old guy, come on down. So I divided the roll, or the dough, up into quarters, and I gave each one a color. I used like 5 drops of each color in there. You can add more, but you run the risk of it being too moist, and it won't work right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a cookie press, and I've got a Christmas tree design on there, or a tree, I guess. And so I'm going to show you how I do this. Make multicolored cookies. So let's take part of that dough, roll it out. Roll it a little bit, then you're going to measure it to see if it's going to fit in your cookie press. There we go. Just kind of tap it on in. Alright, that's fine. This little bit will make more. So let me get this ready. Okay, loaded up and ready to rock. Now once you get going with this one, usually it's 1 click will make a cookie. Okay, so I'm sure you see what's going on here. You got the color and the shape. So I'm going to get this filled up with the rest of the way, and then I'll show you what I do after that. I'll be right back. got that sheet pressed out. And I'm just going to go over each one and give it just a little sprinkle of sugar. Just like that. The whole thing. Okay. I'll be back when we're pulling these out of the oven. Okay, so that first batch is out of the oven. Nice and hot. So 8 minutes to 9 minutes. Kind of depends on your oven, but around there, 8 to 9. Okay. So you don't need to butter your trays or anything. You can see they pick them off pretty easily. Okay. So I'm going to get a couple of more trays cooked off, and then we'll see what they taste like. So, how many cookies did we get from that single batch? Well, let's take a look. How many do you folks think? How many cookies is that? Well, that is 100 cookies from the single batch of the Rich Roll cookies. And let's give one a try. This one kind of broke on me, so I'll try that one. Crumbly, kind of moist, buttery, sugary, yummy. Anyway, Christmas cookies, fun thing to make with the kids. I'll be back. I'm going to do some filled ones on my next video. So keep watching. Happy holidays, and I'll be back.